Bunga! Hello there, fellow bagels. Today we're gonna review Andoz just tried to make a comeback. It's not going well. Who here remembers the Ellen DeGeneres show? Apparently she was a big piece of shit. Let's check her comeback into the Biz show, into this nuts show. Come on.
Ellen's trying to make a comeback with her new stand-up special.
Ooh, women and stand-ups, not a good combo.
Although its reviews have mostly been terrible.
Like I said, unfunny, and also, after people found out that she's a big piece of shit, it's hard to, you know, kind of change the consensus.
She spends most of the special
nice
responding to her being kicked out of Showbiz, which began when someone posted just one single tweet. Right now, we all need a little kindness. You know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive.
Yep.
Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean. The tweet posted in March 2020 received bad enough replies to begin Ellen's downfall. I worked at Real Food Daily, served her and Portia a brunch.
Bro, she wasn't just a piece of shit to her employees, which, let's be honest, some people have a power trip from this. She was just she was a piece of shit to random service workers. And you know you're a big piece of shit if you just try to bully the local McDonald's employee. Come on, he's already having a shit day as it is.
She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that it was on her plate, but just that it was on my hand. I worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morn. Almost got me fired. The nail polish story was so unbelievable, the person who wrote it went on Inside Edition.
This former waitress claims she was threatened with a 2-week suspension after Ellen DeGeneres complained about, of all things, her chipped fingernail polish.
I remember just being like, really?
But the stories shared back on Twitter were only getting worse. I once worked at Warner Brothers. One day I was in the elevator and Ellen and her entourage came in. Naturally, I held it for her and asked her what floor she was getting on. Her assistant answered 3rd floor. 30 minutes later, I got a call from my boss saying I was fired because I was harassing her.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Look, I get it, women. I get it, ladies. I get it. It's dangerous out there. But a guy asking what floor you want to go on? Come on, dude. This reminds me of all these gym YouTube's vids where women say, oh, this guy harassed me. By the way, he just came in and asked you if you're gonna plan to stay more on this because he wants to go and do triceps device as well, and you're on it for an hour now. Come on, dude. Not every word a man speaks to you is harassment. Ellen, you're on another planet. Sorry, Ellen. You're an alien.
An old friend worked on her a lot and smiled and said good afternoon to her one day and she...
Big mistake. It should be good afternoon, my lord. That's the difference. And she didn't hear me lord, therefore... fired!
He became unhinged. Who do you think you are? You don't look at me, yada yada. She said Portia was with her.
Exactly. Lower your head, you peasant. You're in the presence of Her Majesty. Ellen DeGeneres, okay?
And seemed embarrassed and tried to calm her down. Has forever changed my opinion of her. The responses went on and on and on, all of which being compared to Ellen's classic catchphrase.
I always end each show by saying be kind to one another.
Audience
Fight! Ellen, be kind to each other. But not me. I will be the biggest pile of shit this earth has ever seen, and because I'm popular, nobody can do anything to me. like a small-time villain. She needed a mustache to, you know, always do this. No, let's be kind, cause I'm not. and ever will be.
Member Dana DiMatteo then went public with her degrading experience on the show.
They tell you, you can't be smarter, funnier than Ellen. She's the comedian and the star.
Oh yeah, Ellen. Don't challenge Ellen, cause if you challenge Ellen, your career is over. She the queen. She the empress of her own universe, and if you try to even remotely take over the place, you're gonna get destroyed by her.
Don't be funnier than Ellen. That's gonna be hard considering she's not that funny to begin with.
Oof.
If you've been a comedian your whole life and you're afraid a random audience member will upstage you, maybe you're just not funny. Dana then revealed that Ellen's completely different when the cameras turn off.
How does the Ellen we see on TV compare to the Ellen you saw when the cameras stopped rolling?
Before and after, guys. Before, when the cameras were on, she's like, oh my god, an angel, and you see the holy thing on her head. Oh my god, Ellen is so kind and nice. After the cameras are off, you see the horn starting to grow, and she's like, nuclear Karen mode activated. Boom! Explosion.
Totally different. She would only speak to the audience when the cameras were rolling. As soon as they turned the cameras off, she would not even acknowledge the audience. She would just sit on the couch, basically.
Which was supported by Hedda Muscat, one of the show's former producers.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she is.
She agreed that things were different when the cameras weren't rolling.
We were told from the very beginning, don't talk to Ellen, don't do this, you can't, go into her office. It was very nerve-wracking.
Bro, Ellen seems like those person that are just made out of, I don't know, glass. You even speak something, she might shatter or vibrate, like glass vibrates. The most sensible glass in human history. That even words will make it even shatter, even slightly. Gotta not be in her presence unless you behave like a good little dog.
Very stressful. We all walked on eggshells all the time.
And after the show's DJ also said the same, BuzzFeed launched their own investigation, interviewing a further 11 former employees. They were fired after taking medical leave or bereavement days to attend.
Bro, medical leave? Guys. What do you think Ellen said? This guy's lazy! What? His father died? This guy's lazy! I don't give a shit that he took a day off. Nobody takes a day off at my show!
And family funerals. One employee who claimed she was fed up with comments about her race essentially walked off the job. Others said they were also instructed by their direct manager.
Oh, she gotta be a bit racist, guys. I mean, she's Ellen DeGeneres. She's a bit degenerate. I mean, it's in the name. Come on, Ellen. Like, you literally check every box in the list of piece of shit human.
To not speak to DeGeneres if they saw her around the office. After the accusations went viral, Ellen issued a statement within the company. Hey everybody, it's Ellen. On day one of our show,
Phony.
I told everyone in our first meeting that the Ellen DeGeneres show would be a place of happiness.
Oh my god. A place of happiness. Like 5 seconds ago, we were just talking about you kicking off people for attending their relative's funeral. Like, how fucked you need to be in the head to not allow that to happen and be like, it's fine. Like, okay. Like, how delusional you are. And this shit with place of happiness, Ellen, you should just go ahead and say, yeah, guys, the allegations are true. I am the biggest villain out there. And yeah, I hate all the employees and every single human. It doesn't matter what class you are from. You're all peasants to me, okay?
No one would ever raise their voice, and everyone would be treated with respect. Obviously, something changed. And
Obviously, something changed. I wonder whose fault that is, guys. Can somebody point their finger? Whose fault is that? You there. You pointed the finger towards me. You're fired. Next. Somebody else has an issue here. Somebody else, you peasants. You got them centipedes, you little leeches.
I'm disappointed to learn that this has not been the case.
Oh,
And for that,
very
I'm sorry.
disappointed.
Anyone who knows me knows it's the opposite of what I believed and what I hoped for our show, yet Ellen's former producer certainly didn't buy it.
Yeah, she full of shit, dog.
When Ellen says she's not aware of this environment, you don't think that rings true?
It's a lie.
Ellen then took a
Yeah,
2-month
no, not
break
even a
and
question.
began a brand new season by addressing the public.
As you may have heard, this summer there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened.
She learned, guys. She learned. She wasn't aware. I'm sure she wasn't.
Take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected.
She's very sorry. She's not responsible for that the toxic work environment. That's not her fault. That's not what she meant. You know, you just talked to her, immediately get fired because of harassment. I mean, hey, it's not her fault though. It's not her fault. It's the world, guys. Society. Guys, it's society.
We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
She'd then
For sure. Yeah, that's what I would do if I got in trouble. I'll be like, yeah, it is what it is, guys. Today we start a new chapter. Everything else, all the bullshit, it's in the past, am I right?
make the promise,
And I am committed to making this the best season that we have ever had.
although the ratings said the opposite.
Uh-oh, it was the worst. Get the fuck out of here, Ellen.
Because only 6 months later, the New York Times published Ellen DeGeneres loses 1 million viewers after apologies for toxic workplace. It explained that
Do you know why why this happens? Because if it comes from her mouth, that means she recognizes the allegations against her are true. And once that is given, once an apology is given, everybody is 100% on the same boat that you are a piece of shit. And now they know for a fact that you are.
Ellen had been averaging 1.5 million viewers over the last 6 months, down from 2.6 million in the same period last year.
50%
The
almost.
show's loss of more than 1 million viewers translates to a 43% decline,
Oh.
representing a steeper drop than any of its competitors.
You're going down,
As a result,
bitch.
Ellen made the announcement,
I am announcing that next season, season 19, is going to be my last season.
adding in the
Oh no, I'm so sad. Oh no, my favorite comedian / I don't know, celebrity, Ellen DeGeneres, is leaving the Beast world. Damn, the Beast show. Oh no, I'm so sad. How could I be sleeping at night not knowing that Ellen is not gonna be on the TVs anymore? Oh, my heart cannot take it.
Hollywood Reporter. As great as this show is, and as fun as it is, it's just not a challenge anymore. I need something new to challenge me.
Nah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Ellen. Yeah. It's too easy. It's too easy for you. Yeah. I'm sure everything else that you're gonna come up with will work butterly smooth. For sure.
Yeah, with her being exposed also clearly having an impact. She'd state the expose destroyed me, honestly. I'd be lying if I said it didn't.
Yes, the expose destroyed you, but you know why it destroyed you? Because what they said was actually true. So, was it them destroying you? Because it's like saying, yeah, the fact that I was found out stealing destroyed my career. You know what you should have not done, though? Not stealing in the first place. I'm just saying, dog. You know, guys, those pieces of shit that caught me, damn it, they ruined my career. They shouldn't have caught me. That's a problem right there.
And it makes me really sad that there's so much joy out there from negativity. It's a
You guys don't get it.
culture now where there are just mean people. And it's so
Oh.
foreign to me that people get joy out of that.
The wonderful person she doesn't understand why people are mean. Meanwhile, in reality, she's the meanest person out there.
These mean people responded, stating, "Even without the controversy, the show hasn't been fun and genuine for years. It may have never been, but at least it seemed like it. But Ellen is tired of it all, and she's lousy at hiding it now. No more dancing by her, no monologue half the time, bad jokes that are dragged out way too long, tons of old show clips, tons of self-promotion, and a guest host every Friday. These elements led to an average final season, which Ellen concluded by crying with her audience. She then
Her audience, that she told them that if you don't cry with me, you're gonna get fired probably.
mentioned the possibility of returning to acting, but instead made a documentary titled Saving the Gorillas: Ellen's Next Adventure. It released in 2020.
Ooh, that's a good rating right there. You see 3.3 and throw it to the trash, boys. To the trash!
But with only 100 reviews on IMDb, and this likely being the first time you've heard of it, it's safe to say it performed pretty poorly.
First and final movie she ever did.
Ellen rather went back to living a quiet life until April 2024,
For the better, for the better.
when she'd make a new announcement. "You may have heard that I'm doing stand-up again. If you wanna come see me, I'll be sharing some news tomorrow at noon."
Ellen, you're not giving up. I gotta give you that. You have some grit. You gotta have some grit. But I gotta say, you and stand-up, people already said it. You're no good. Okay, get lost, dog.
As suggested, she'd announce a stand-up tour to be recorded and posted by Netflix, also adding, "Yes, I'm going to talk about it," referring to her being cancelled. Titled "For Your Approval," the special begins with Ellen walking up a flight of stairs, each referencing a headline that ruined her reputation.
As I said, it's these things would not have occurred if you were not necessarily like super great and kind, just normal human being with common sense. You were just an alien, Ellen. That's the problem. This caused all those stairs of bullshit to occur in the first place. This domino effect. Or Pizza Hut effect, am I right? Not domino.
She acknowledges the tweet that started her downfall, as well as the employees who spoke out against her, then begins the actual show with a joke about her fall from grace.
You know, I used to say that I didn't care what other people thought of me.
You can't say that when you're a goddamn personality. The numbers, they mean how much money you have in the bank in the first place.
And I realize now, looking back, I said that at the height of my popularity.
Exactly.
I'm here because I love doing stand-up, I miss doing stand-up, and I like making people happy, and I do care what people think.
Now, this is a pretty respectable angle,
Nothing to say here. I have nothing to comment. That was okay.
as it feels extremely honest. Yet it also seems like a sneaky request for pity, which as a high-profile celebrity you'll simply never get. She then talks about what she's been up to.
Bro, once you're a high-paid celebrity, everybody sees you, they're like, bro, I'm here stuck at my 9 to 5 construction work. Meanwhile, this bitch is out there saying a few words and getting millions of dollars. Oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river. And to be fair, for sure they are right. You're just a victim. Let's be honest here.
Catch up on what's been going on with me since you saw me last.
Cree. You did not do anything. We get the joke. That wasn't that bad.
Oh yeah, I got kicked out of show business.
So funny.
Then makes some pretty funny jokes about her new reputation.
Everybody heard that I was mean. Everywhere I go, I know everyone's heard that I'm mean.
Cause you are.
I know when I walk into a restaurant, people are watching, waiting to see if I'll be mean.
I mean, they are scared for sure with all the news about you just getting triggered from the smallest of things. I would be scared if I was a waiter for you.
Oh look, she's reaching for butter. I thought she was gonna hit somebody.
On
the contrary, there are some pretty out-of-touch segments. For example, her joking about her car features, which you'd clearly only find in a luxury vehicle.
Then there's that one, that button that inflates the back of the seat. You know, the one that makes you feel like you're getting spooned by a pregnant woman.
She also makes this out-of-touch joke.
We're all interested in different things. We're all good at different things. I was talking to someone the other day and they said, Ellen, I don't know how you get on stage in front of people. I could never do that. And I said, well, I don't know how you dry clean clothes.
But as an overall, the special isn't terrible.
Yeah, it's not that bad. To be fair, the show wasn't the worst. And she's a bit self-aware. Because back in the days, like you saw it 2 minutes ago, she was like, oh, everybody gotta be kind to everybody. Why is everybody not kind anymore? Blah, blah, blah. Says the most meanest person in the planet.
Audience rating of 5.4 stars feels fairly accurate.
Hey, 5.4, not bad. Better than 3.3.
Although, as you might expect, simply because it's Ellen, the articles written about it have been pretty brutal. Ellen DeGeneres' unfunny Netflix special leaves so much unsaid. Ellen DeGeneres lets herself off the hook in self-indulgent Netflix special. Ellen DeGeneres is unapologetic, unrelatable, and totally insufferable in her new Netflix.
I mean, she had some decent jokes, but overall, those don't wash away all the sins you have accumulated in time. Ellen DeGeneres, by the way. What the fuck is the name? Degenerate.
Special. They'd write, the problem with For Your Approval, aside from the fact that it's almost never funny, is that it feels so disingenuous, so calculated to rehabilitate an image, and
She tried. It's not gonna work with one stand-up comedy show, Ellen. Probably with 100, maybe. You're gonna go back from ground zero, okay? Back to the grind machine with you.
Preserve that triumph for prosperity. Another article stated it's one of the weirdest stand-up shows in recent memory. Half observational punchlines, half closing argument in a trial, featuring DeGeneres as her own defense attorney. Neither half works on its own. Taken as a whole, it's an exhausting mess. That also adds self-awareness is different from taking responsibility. DeGeneres offers no apologies or even explanations for her behavior.
Okay, so she doesn't tackle that. Obviously, she'll be like, why was I a piece of shit? Because that's who I am. Here you have it. Let's move forward. What about the weather, guys? What about the weather? The weather, is the weather good, guys? No, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Why am I a piece of shit? I don't know. Just think about the weather, guys. The clouds. Have you heard about the clouds? They're kind of high up there.
Yeah, yet in other more favorable reviews, unapologetic was used as a positive. I like the fact that she's rather unapologetic. It's highly refreshing and honest. This extreme divide can be seen by the audience reviews on Google. There's almost an equal amount of 1 and 5-star ratings, a sad representation of the black and white thinking that plagues the internet so heavily today.
Yep. Ellen DeGeneres. She was definitely a degenerate. And people found out, and now she's out of the showbiz.